In this week's parasha TOLDOT, the Alter Rebbe, in one of his Maimorim, the one that says Eile TOLDOT Yitzchak, begins by analyzing two personality types, and they are Avraham and Yitzchak. And he notes what was the hallmark of Avraham's personality. It was characterized by chesed, the idea of sharing, giving, contributing, outward flow, which is why his life's work was entertaining, bringing wanderers from the desert into his mini hotel, his little Hilton in the desert, and giving them sumptuous meals. Why? In order they should appreciate the source of the food, God, and be able to thank God that here in the middle of the desert they have this opportunity of God's largesse. This was Avraham, the giver, the sharer, together with his wife Sarah. Whereas if we look at Yitzchak, what is the hallmark of Yitzchak? Yitzchak is known as the digger of wells. He redigs the wells that his father dug, and more, other wells. Now, what sort of adulation is that? And the answer is, what was it these wells? What was it with these wells? Firstly, we're told he redug his father's wells. His father dug original wells, but the Philistines, blocked them up. Those wells were from rainwater which had formed underground streams, quite shallow, and was easy to block them up. When Yitzchak redug them, he went far beyond the shallow waters, the surface waters, and made sure that the well came from living waters beneath the ground, waters that would always be able to have a flow. His caricature was gevura, strength, to be able to call upon our inner strength to draw from deep within inside of us a flow of godliness and appreciation of godliness that would never stop. So here we have Abraham creating a flow from above, in a sense, and Yitzchak causing a flow from below. And the Alter Rebbe goes on and contrasts these two sources of flow and what they achieve in the world, and how we constantly are involved in both the chesed and gevura side of self, as we want to go through life and try to ensure that there's greater godliness in the world. So why don't we do a little meditative exercise to be able to identify these two inner characteristics which we all possess. We all possess an Avraham characteristic, and we all possess a Yitzchak characteristic. So gently close your eyes and just become aware of the sounds in the room. Subtle sounds, sounds that were always here, but you hadn't noticed them. Sensitized to these sounds. Sounds of your body. Sounds from the outside. The sounds of your breathing. And become aware of your chesed quality, your generosity, your compassion, your preparedness to serve others. And imagine that you've invited guests to your home for a Shabbos meal, and you chose the finest silverware, prepared the finest food, not because you wanted to leave an impression of yourself, but because you genuinely wanted your guests to feel good, comfortable, and elevated. You are a chesed person. You want to make sure that the other appreciates Shabbos, appreciates hachnosas orachim, bringing guests into your house, and appreciates that this all comes from Hashem. Just look around the table and enjoy what you have created. Now search for your Yitzchak self, your inner strength, your Gevurah quality. One of your guests at the table feels uncomfortable. He or she is sitting next to somebody that they don't like. And you can feel their discomfort. And you exercise self-control. You don't say to yourself, well, that's just bad luck, nothing to do with me. I can't do anything about it. I've done everything I can. Rather, you exercise self-control over and against these thoughts which are self-centered, egotistic, and self-protective. And you go over and gently ask the guest if they can swap seats with you, because you want to speak to that neighbor guest some things that you haven't had an opportunity to. Would they mind? You put it in such a way that they're honored, that they're sitting now in your seat. What you have done is expressed Gevurah, inner strength, controlled yourself, and thereby brought down even more godliness to your table. In all aspects of life, bring your Avraham quality and your Yitzchak quality to the table of life. Gently open your eyes, coming all the way back, and committing yourself to be both Avraham and Yitzchak.